It is time for us to now solve our inequalities, and the really great news is you already know how to do it because we're going to follow the very same steps as solving equations. It works the very same way. You can use your same questions, your same 4-question sheet to get through. So I'm going to draw my wall. Instead of through the equal sign, it is through the inequality sign. And number 1, I'm looking at the left. I see that I have this -2 to get rid of. The inverse of -2 is add 2 or +2. So I'm going to add 2 to that side, add 2 to the other side. That leaves me with x. Now don't forget, it's not an equal sign. It's x is greater than 6. So just think to yourself, what could x be? X could be 8. X could be 25. X could be 117. But x cannot be 6, because remember there's no equal sign under there, so x is not equal to 6. It has to be greater than 6. So we're going to move on to number 2. I'm going to draw my wall through my inequality sign. I'm looking at the right hand side. I see that 8 and x are being multiplied, so the inverse operation is to divide by 8. I'm going to do that to both sides. On the left, 48 divided by 8 leaves me with 6. I'm going to bring down my inequality sign, greater than or equal to, and I'm going to write down my x on the right. That's what I have left. Now here is one of the only differences with equations and inequalities. It is not okay, ladies and gentlemen, to leave your variable on the right. We always want our variable to end on the left. So let's make ourselves a note. Maybe you want to write this down. Variable always ends on left. So in order to fix that, I am going to rewrite my inequality. I'm going to flip my x on the left and my 6 on the right. But when I do that, I also have to flip that sign. So instead of a greater than or equal to, I now have a less than or equal to. And just to finish this guy off, I want to go through that thinking again. What could x possibly be? Well, since x is less than or equal to 6, anything less than 6 or anything equal to 6. So x could be 0, x could be -9, x could be 4, and x could be 6. Those are just, of course, a few examples, but anything that is less than 6 or equal to 6. Last but not least, I've got number 3. I'm going to draw my wall. On the left-hand side, I have x being divided by 9. And since we're dividing by 9, we need to do the opposite or inverse, which is multiply by 9. I'm going to show my multiplication with parentheses. That leaves me with x is less than or equal to 9. So anything less than or equal to 9 is the solution to this inequality. I could say x could be -20. That's less than 9. I could say 8. That's less than 9. Could I say 9? Yes, I can. Because of that equal sign underneath, x is either less than 9 or equal to 9.